I was wondering the other day why we don't really eat reptiles. Because like, we eat mammals and birds, which are just descendants of reptiles, and we also eat fish. It seems to mostly come down to the fact that there aren't really a lot of big reptiles that aren't carnivores. Being a carnivore makes an animal not great to eat for a bunch of reasons. The first thing that jumps to mind is any carnivore is going to be pretty dangerous to hunt, but I don't think this is the full story. Large herbivores on land tend to make herds, and birds tend to make flocks and fish school as well. And herding behavior is conducive to the prey domestication pathway outlined by Melinda Zader. Domesticating an animal is a prerequisite for using it in agriculture, so any animal that's easy to domesticate is going to tend to be eaten a lot by human cultures. It also doesn't really make a lot of sense to farm carnivores. With something like cows, or let's say cows, they go around and they eat grass, and then you weren't going to eat that grass, so that's great if the cow eats the grass and then you can eat the cow or milk it. But with a carnivore, you have to give it meat, and that raises the question, why not just eat it yourself? And there definitely are exceptions to this. The best I can think of are snakes and turtles being eaten to some extent by various cultures. Anyways, one reason people might give for why we don't eat reptiles is something along the lines of they don't have any meat on them, but I think this is putting the cart before the horse, because the reason a lot of the animals we eat do have meat on them is because we've domesticated them and selectively bred them to put on meat and to have high yields when we eat them. While we're at it, I might as well also bring up amphibians. This actually is one case where the not having any meat on them argument does apply, because amphibians tend to be pretty small, and the amphibian that is eaten on a regular basis, frogs, we only eat the legs because they're so heavily adapted to have a lot of muscle in them.